at some point, I'm gonna lose the ability to read this. My mom's gonna turn on the waterworks and snort at some point. And so we'll hold it together. And my dad is actually an uglier crier than Kim Kardashian, so like you are in for a treat. So prepare yourselves and know that it's because we love each other very deeply. Today we are absolutely bursting with pride as we celebrate an incredible 40 years of a career. But I want to start by going back in time. So my dad actually had several very promising career paths before real estate. As the winner of his 8th grade math award, there was a future as a mathematician. He could have been an arachnologist. He had an unbelievable spider collection growing up, including, ready for this, a black widow he captured in the wild in West New York. Fortunately, hiding your collection under a parked car is not a great security system, and the entire thing was stolen, so science is lost was our game. There was also professional athletics. He had an incredible track record in Little League and street punch ball, and there was even a legitimate shot at becoming a music mogul. Some of you might know that he had a recording studio. So somehow, after math, spiders, baseball, rock and roll, we were lucky enough that he found his way to us in real estate and eventually to Coldwell Banker. So for nearly 40 years, my dad has been a manager. He's led all over New Jersey, mentored literally thousands of agents. And over the years, whenever people realize I'm his daughter, they almost always say the same thing. It's, your dad was the best manager I ever had. Jerry's the GOAT, and he's a legend. And while I'm biased, I would also like the records to show that he will retire as the best dressed manager at Coldwell Banker. So through hard work, honesty, consistency, and true humility, one of the things my dad has always taught me through my whole life is being okay with saying, I don't know what I don't know. Stay humble, listen, learn, and surround yourself with people who know things you don't. And for someone who accumulated as much knowledge as this man has in the business, he has never stopped believing there's always something someone else can learn. And then of course, and I think all of you guys can attest to this, there is that classic Jerry experience. You ask him for advice, he gives you incredible advice. You feel much better, and then you look at him and say, but can you just come with me and do it with me? Because people didn't just trust his advice, they trusted him. Thousands of agents know Jerry as the manager who shaped their career, but I know the guy who used to pick me up from school. The softball coach, the guy whose offices became my childhood. I had my first job stuffing envelopes for his agents, and some of my favorite memories were just driving home from the school to his office listening to music. I loved watching the way he's treated people, how hard he's worked, and what real leadership looks like. And I don't know if you know this, but he didn't start with every advantage. He really grew up with very little, but he understood that if you work hard, you bet on yourself, and you take care of people, don't cry. You build something extraordinary. And there's another person who is absolutely inseparable from the story, and that's my mom. When I think of our family, we picture ourselves as a triangle. Mom, dad, and me. And I want to be really clear about something. My mom wasn't standing behind my dad while he built his career. She was standing next to him building one of her own. And the older I get, the more I understand, like, you are Superwoman. And while my dad was leading offices and helping thousands of agents, my mom was building an extraordinary real estate career herself. And now she's absolutely killing it in Morristown. So I grew up with two incredible examples of what this business could look like. On one side, I watched my dad lead the people who sell real estate, and on the other side, I watched my mom actually do it at the highest level. And somehow, while both of them were building these incredible careers, they built this family, our triangle. And I got the best seat in the house. And real estate is not just something I've watched my parents do for other people. My husband and I have personally experienced the magic of these two as a tag team. They are responsible for making our family's real estate dreams come true twice. First in Livingston, shout out Jane Green, forever, and now in East Hanover. So I haven't just heard stories about the difference my parents can make for people, we've lived it twice. I got to experience what happens when you put my mom's incredible instincts and talent together with my dad's experience and wisdom. I got to see the magic they've spent their careers creating for other people applied to our own little family. And eventually that little girl stuffing envelopes built her own job at career at Coldwell Banker, which has now given me another gift, knowing my dad as a colleague. So whenever I hit a difficult decision in corporate, he and my mom are my first call and sounding board. And sometimes, just like all of you, I say to my dad, but can you just come with me? Dad, there's no title.
No, I actually want to come.
You can. Dad, there's no title I will ever not need your advice, because long before you were my professional sounding board, you were my coach, and before that, you were just simply my dad, the guy that showed up. That was so close. You showed up for the games, the rides home, the big moments, and the little ones. And now my favorite version of Jerry is the ones that my kids call him Papa. After watching you give
now it's over.
After watching you give so much to others for 40 years, knowing the next chapter means we get more of you. Your grandsons get more of you, Mom gets more of you, Joe and I get more of you. And it was right in this building, right where you are all standing, that he announced probably his best promotion in life of being a papa. Although this is definitely not a so retirement, because you're retiring, but you're not so tired. Nobody believes you're gonna sit still. Your legacy isn't measured by numbers, it's measured by all of the people in this office, all the people you've served over the years. It's every agent whose life you've changed, every person who walked out of your office believing in themselves. It's the family you and mom built together. Lots of people call you a mentor, a manager, a GOAT, a legend, but I got the best title. I get to call you my dad. Congratulations. I'm not crying, you're crying.